copy of those to sign here. I don't see it in my packet here.
Okay, I didn't have anything to do with the packet, so I will have them
Okay.
send that over. That's the unfortunate thing. I don't work in the building department, so I don't have any control over any of this. Okay,
So you know how we usually drop off the stuff afterwards? Should I drop this back off to the building department then?
Yeah, that was.
no, you can drop it off here. I mean, if you want to
Okay.
drop it off to the building department, that's fine.
Whatever's easier for you. Because
Okay, why don't you, if you can drop it off at the building department. Keela, is that okay? Keela,
She's on mute.
yeah. Yeah, there she's on mute.
Yes, that's fine. You can just drop it off. Just give us a call when you're sitting outside and we'll come out and grab it.
okay, we'll do
Okay.
it.
Okay, that'll work too, because I'm leaving at about noon today.
Okay. I'm not sure what time. I have Zoom meetings, so I won't be able to get this over till later on this afternoon,
Yeah, me too.
even though I'm just down the street. But I'll get it over to you guys. Okay, so the first item is 4451 University Parkway, which we do have the drawings here.
Just one second, the minutes were approved?
Yeah, meeting, sorry, yeah, they're approved.
Who second,
I motions to approve.
And I'll second.
who seconded?
I did.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so let's see.
Do you want to update us on what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Morning.
Okay, so originally,
Right?
yeah, there was a revision to the front elevation. It was originally like a standing seam metal roof on the the porch roof over there,
Sure.
and then there was some board and batten above it. Just on like that kind of center bump out had board and batten on it. They didn't really like that and changed and wanted to go with, you know, more of a standard siding, but have a little bit of a accent with the shake on the gables. Everything else stay the same.
I don't know. Can you see this? What's this picture?
That's another project.
Oh,
That's weird because I have a picture of the house that goes next door to the one that you just showed, Richard.
okay.
And I have this one.
You got what?
This is weird. We have like,
There's 3 different pictures of houses that I'm like, oh,
I know
it's like playing
all three-
cards.
all 3 of these houses go to the Tyndall Road project.
Oh,
Okay.
does it? Okay.
They're like these wild cards that just showed
Yeah.
up. I guess.
Like
We'll have to
flashcards.
elaborate on that when we get there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No
So,
problem.
so we don't have a picture of this house. I know we looked at it before.
Well, there's not really much to see. The whole second floor was torn off.
Oh, it's already torn off. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing really left to it.
All right. So basically, the only thing you're changing here is you went from a board and batten to the shakes, right?
Correct. So we went from the board and batten. Well, we kind of changed the area. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. The original. See if I can do a screen share. Can I do a screen share with you or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you can, I think. There's a share screen button at the bottom there.
Do you need to allow them to do that?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Rachel, could you share the screen?
I shared the screen. I don't know how to do that. Hold on.
Let me try.
Which screen am I sharing?
No, you're letting
There
him
we go.
share. There he goes.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did. Okay.
Yeah, so this was the original. This was the standing seam metal roof over here.
Right.
And then we just had board and batten here and here. And they didn't really love the look, but they don't want just like a plain lap vinyl siding along the whole thing. They want something to pop a little bit. So we then came up with
This.
Okay. And basically all the roof now is all shingles, right? I mean, there's no more standing seam and you're
No.
just kind of,
all shingle.
and okay. Was the front elevation the only thing that was affected? Was everything
Yeah.
else on the side? Okay.
I don't have.
And the actual structure didn't change at all. It's just the
Just the
siding.
materials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Can I see the old one again real quick?
Sure.
Okay. All right. And then you go back to the current.
You okay, Richard?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't, and I know we looked at all the materials, and I'm assuming the colors of everything kind of remain the same. Is that a true
Yeah.
statement? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any problems.
No, fine too.
I motion to approve as presented.
I will second.
Awesome.
See, sometimes we're easy.
Who seconded?
Mike Kuchera did.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right,
Yep.
have a good day.
Look,
All right, next item is 13910 Cedar Road. Just do the exchange of paper here.
Yeah, I just got to figure out what I do with it. Here it is.
I put them in order, like, so I could grab the next one.
I did too, and I got so
Usually
much
they come
crap
from the
up.
building department kind of already pre-organized, which helps. This is for a new sign. The joint chiropractic.
Who's
Who's presenting?
presenting?
I asked him to unmute. It's Bob.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi, Bob. We have your
Hi,
drawing.
good morning.
A simple new sign, assuming it's backlit sign.
Yes, it's
Or
internally illuminated.
illuminated.
It's internally illuminated, so the whole thing's going to glow white. Is that true?
That's true.
Okay. And then the raceway will be painted to match the background color?
Yes, to match the wall as close as possible. The trim around the letters and the returns, or I'm sorry, the trim will be white, but the returns on the letters will be painted black.
Okay.
The returns are the sides.
Right.
Yeah, right. Do we have, oh, that's kind of it. How far does what's the word I'm looking for? How thick is the letter? I mean, how far is that return? Is it,
Probably, let's see. 3 inches.
Okay.
I don't have any issues with it. I think it's clean looking.
yeah, looks good. I'm good with it.
Yeah, me too. Make a motion to approve. Mike, do you have any other thoughts?
Nope, good.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay. You're approved. Thanks, Bob.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great day.
Stay safe. Yep.
Thanks.
All right, next item is 3893 Tyndall Road. This is the house that we got these mysterious pictures from. So I have a picture of one of the neighbors' houses.
Yeah.
I got the newer, that version, that was the rebuild from the fire, right?
Right, that's the rebuilt. That's on the right side of that house.
Oh, okay.
And then I think, Richard, you have the actual house. That's the actual front of the house we're reviewing.
Ah, thank you. Okay. All right.
You guys want to see that one more time so you get a good look at it?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I live around the corner from.
Yeah, I know.
So I see the additions already started. Who's presenting this?
Scott Sullivan,
Okay.
Sullivan
Scott.
Design. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
No, we received a demo permit only, so we haven't started any
Okay. Yeah, I
construction.
noticed this morning that the old sunroom addition was torn off and there's a backhoe back there.
Because we're gonna start waterproofing. They should be starting today.
Okay.
The whole house needs waterproofed.
So this looks like it's a complete gut job of the
Yes.
interior. I noticed it has all new windows already installed, which look nice, by the way, the new windows.
Thank you, but they're thinking of changing them to brown.
They're going to change them to brown.
Yes.
Are those all Pella simulated divided light windows installed in there?
Yes.
So they're going to take them out and make them brown? Or
They're thinking of it. And making them casements, making it more of a modern look.
What color are they now?
Or white. I mean, they're
White.
really nice.
This has got the new windows in it.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Oh, I was gonna
watching them
say, okay.
install it. They were like simulated divided light Pella windows.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, nice
Throughout
looking.
the whole house.
Yes.
So is the whole exterior color palette kind of being discussed?
The outside is still gonna remain brick. The addition's gonna get the brick to match exactly the same. They're thinking of changing the windows to a brown to slash black, and then just taking the, like redoing all the trim on the gables and, all the rakes and everything.
Really?
To a dark
Oh,
color?
Yes.
Richard, hold up that picture again, will you, Richard?
Well, the
You
house
wanna-
has a very colonial sort of look to it. I mean,
Yeah, brown?
are they keeping the red brick? Or are they going to paint the brick?
Yes. No painting of the brick.
Huh.
Yeah, with the addition, I mean, kind of the addition's, kind of a modern shape, that narrow, and I mean, I can see where the dark windows could work, but it just, it's like a departure from where you started,
Yeah.
obviously.
I guess, because I was just wondering, would you do something more of an almond, something that's just not as
Dark.
vibrant as, well, not as dark, number one, but not as glaring as like a bright white, something that a little bit more muted. Maybe that's a better term. So, anyway.
So
Okay.
so the drawings reflect kind of where you're going, because the drawings do show casements and no shutters. And is that what we're reviewing, that direction?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. That, and then just the addition, I suppose.
right.
Huh.
And they want to take the dental mold off also.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So basically the house is going to stay the same except for the dental mold, and they're going to paint that darker, and then the windows. Contemplating changing to a darker color. Not 100%, but
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because like when I was looking at these drawings, I thought maybe the drawings came before the actual window replacements, being that they're such expensive windows. I thought they were just going to keep the style of the architecture of the house that's currently there, which is more of a federal colonial sort of look. It's got
What-
molding and stuff.
Yeah.
pardon me?
Why are they considering casement versus the double pane or the double hung?
They live in Chicago right now, and that's what they have. And then she saw the casement. She didn't like the casement.
Or she didn't like the double hung.
Didn't
That's
like,
right.
yeah,
Excuse
she
me.
wanted the
Yes, she
casement,
didn't
yeah.
like the double hung. She'd rather have the casements.
Which I think, does, I don't know, there's something about the large,
The check rail.
vertical, if you're pushing it to more of a modern, rehab type of look, I don't I don't know, Mike, what do you think? I don't think it doesn't work. It's just a total, it's like, we're apples and oranges, right?
Yeah,
You're either going with the colonial and trying to make that happen.
Right.
If you guys, this is the picture, their inspiration picture they wanted to look at to go with, to look similar to this.
Are those casement windows in that?
Yes. Yeah.
Is
So
that
you're
the
still gonna
house?
still gonna have the divided lights.
Mhm.
It just can be painted, so and the brick is very similar to the color there right now.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah.
what they're hoping to.
Where's that house?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that their house in Chicago or what?
I'm not sure where this house, this is the picture that they sent over with the architect and said they'd like to have it more of that look.
Okay.
So they came up with that picture and sent it to us.
Hmm. All right, well,
I just like to get my mind wrapped around it.
I know, I was gonna say, let's stick a pin in that for a minute and just kind of go to the whatchamacallit, the addition on the back here. So,
Yeah.
Yep, that's
One,
okay.
one comment that I'll throw out there while I'm thinking about it is if we are looking at, what you're submitted here, the decorative cornice trim that you have on the gable end for the new addition, it's like
Yeah.
this double board, a larger board and a smaller board behind it. If you're going to take the dentals off the original house, it'd be nice to get that proportion, rebuild that proportion so it actually matched exactly.
Okay. No, I
Oh.
agree.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that would be like where the dentals are being removed, that'd be a new fresh piece of board across there, right?
Yes, everything would be taken off.
You just take that
All
piece.
trim. Yeah, it all starts from scratch, all brand new trim up there.
Which would make it easier to replicate what you're doing on the addition.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, they're proposing to take all the trim off the, upper part of the house and make it all exactly the same.
It's probably water damaged anyway by now.
Yeah, so you can see up there,
Yeah.
It's been painted over and, that house needs a lot of TLC and it should be all be replaced anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's probably years and years of layers of paint on that. So just rip it off and start from scratch. Okay, let's go to the addition part. So
it's all brick, it looks like.
and it looks like you're just pretty much using the same footprint, but just adding on another 12 by 5-ish for the tub. And
Yes, that was already, was already existing. It was a long time ago. That was just the porch.
Mhm.
So they just pretty much build up and build on it. But now that we've torn off the top of it, you can see it doesn't even look like there was a permit there. So it all needs to be torn out and redone.
got it.
So that's why with the waterproofing, which should be starting like today or tomorrow, and they do have a permit for that. So all that's gonna be torn off and redone.
Okay. So you just
I feel like the north elevation is missing like a window or something.
Up high, yeah.
Away windows.
So the second floor is just a bathroom, right? Yeah.
Yes, you got a tower, you got all those bathrooms up against that north side, so I guess there aren't any windows. I guess they're on the sides, the windows.
Right.
And the brick that you're using, how good of a match is it?
The bricklayer said the exact brick that's on the house is
Still
not made anymore.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But he said there's a brick that's very, very close. I can't remember the term he used for the brick that's on there, but he said there's something that's very close to that brick.
Okay. Yeah.
and they're changing the front entry door from what looks like, is that in the picture, is that a newer door or is that existing?
Existing door,
Okay, and you're gonna replace that with what you're showing in the drawing, more of a panel door?
yes. They want that to be a dark stained look also,
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw
natural
the
wood.
existing pictures.
Oh, I see. That's a couple of vision panels in there too.
Yeah, that's a custom made door. It's like 34 3/4 or something like that.
So is the intent to basically tooth in this new brick that looks very close to the existing then?
On the front of the house?
Well, like for the addition, I mean, it looks like you're blending the new and the existing. If I'm reading this
Well,
right.
When you look at
It looks like you're also infilling some windows too.
like the east elevation,
Yeah.
the front brick is all existing. And the west elevation, we're filling in, there's an old kitchen window there that's being filled in.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then-
think, I think that what we should do in that west elevation is just put a window in there and black it out so it doesn't look like it was filled in.
Mhm.
We were talking about that and I wanted to bring that up also. So from the outside, it'll just look like a dark space on the inside, but there will be a window there.
Mhm.
On the inside, it'll just be drywall.
Right.
Yeah. It's a
And
good
as far
idea.
as toothing in, like only on the, it's all like inside corners, so like on the addition, everything will just be meeting above the, oh, if you're looking at the,
Looking at the east elevation, is that not, or does it step in from the,
yes,
East elevation's flat. The new part and the old part are all flat across that whole thing.
at the second level, you have to, with the new addition gets too thin at the second level, flush with the outside wall.
On the first floor, on that same side though, that's gonna be all new brick down to the foundation because the old addition was knocked down.
Right.
There wasn't brick there. That was like, I think there was siding there on that addition initially, like vinyl siding, if I remember correctly.
yes, there was vinyl siding.
It was like a cream color.
In the addition, if you're looking at the north elevation, it does step in. Where the addition is gonna be going up, it does step in a few inches. And so that will be too thin right at that inside corner. And then up on the second floor above the porch, right there, we're just gonna run new brick to the fireplace. Just because there's a door there right now, kind of in the middle of it.
On the rear or on the
Oh, I
north,
see what it. Oh, that's what that is.
north
Okay.
side.
Wheel.
I like it, actually. I like the kind of change in direction. I think it could be kind of fun. Something different. Assuming money's no object.
Yeah, I mean, I
Kinda
can't
looks
believe
that
you're
way.
gonna take out, I mean, how much did those windows cost that are sitting in the house now?
Yeah, I know. I could stand a
Uh,
few, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Can you sell them? 'Cause I know those are not cheap windows.
Of course, this same house in Chicago would be, $1.5 million.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and I think they're coming from a bigger house in Chicago.
Right.
Okay, so let me just backtrack 2 seconds. So the double hung windows get removed and these new bronze colored, but they're gonna still simulate a divided light, right?
Yes,
Okay. And then all the trim and everything gets painted brown. So are they rebuilding the detail around the front door?
The portico.
yeah, if you want to look up that house again, it's gonna be, yeah, the detail on the front door is gonna be more like this, so we don't have to like tooth in the brick around.
Yeah,
You
kind
wanna
of
cover up?
you don't have to.
Just want to make it look brand new without toothing in brick.
Mhm. I guess the biggest concern is just making sure that the brick matches. I think that's kind of like the biggest concern,
Sticking point.
which is always a concern because it's always hard to match brick exactly. And we usually like to have like a reveal or something, or something that kind of lets the old brick and the new brick come together, but they're not exactly in the same plane, even if they're off like an inch or so, or just some joint there.
Yeah, I don't think any of the new brick and old brick are going to be in the same plane. Either be an outside corner or
careful placement of the downspout on that. I'm going to use Mike Dupre's trick on the east elevation. That downspout could be the transition between the old brick and the new brick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that will not be a flat transition. That steps in like 6 inches approximately right there.
There's like a step there. Okay.
Yes.
Well, but it doesn't show that, and that's kind of what I was looking at. It doesn't do that on the plan because that's.
If you look at the north elevation, look straight into it, you can see it there. Well, not really. I guess you can't.
No. I mean, the new part that's under the crawl space steps in a foot or whatever, but it appears the stuff that's kind of the sunroom that used to be over the storage room, by the plans anyway, it's saying it's a flush thing. There's no jog. That's kind of where this was leading. I do have a question. Do you like, Mike and Richard, the north elevation as far as the blank brick wall above the door?
I don't know, I kind of wish there was something there.
I do too, and I don't know if it needs to be like a relief panel or something. Not necessarily a window. I get the fact that there's a bathroom up there, but and I don't know what the answer is.
How about like a roof or something?
Well, and that's kind of what I was just about to go with. Does it make sense to pop in
like a shed standing seam roof with a couple of brackets holding it up just to kind of give it more focus?
Yeah.
It'll kind of eat up a couple of feet above those doors to eat up some of that blank brick wall there.
I think that would help.
And maybe there is like a recessed panel of brick, so it looks like a blind window, like centered over those doors, just to give it some relief.
What about a window in the shower? Like a
Well,
rectangular window.
But I think that would be off center, would it not?
It would be off center.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking if you did some sort of, even if it's just a relief panel, you set the brick back in ½ inch or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's see if I could do this real quick. Hang on a second.
I feel like there just needs to be something on that back facade right there. I'm not sure what. I mean, luckily there's a window on the side there,
right
on the sides. So 3-dimensionally, if you're standing in the backyard, you'll still see a window up there.
I don't know.
The shed above the door would be practical,
Right. I feel like it's too flat right through there. I feel like it just
You
needs
I
something.
probably can't even see that. Hang on.
Are there steps needed outside that door?
There was
Oh,
a
crap.
If you're looking at the north elevation, oh, yes. On the north elevation, yes, the steps would be needed.
Yeah. I like the idea of doing the shed roof over that door, a couple of brackets on either side. And, even if you make it out of that'd be nice if it was metal.
or even
then-
shingle.
I'm sorry?
Shingle.
Yeah. It'd be nice if it was metal. Shingle's fine, but it'll do something at least to kind of break up that massive brick wall.
What's the material over the little octagonal dorm sunroom or whatever that is on the roof? Is that metal?
Oh, on the side. Yeah.
Is that
That was to be decided, but if they did that, they can match it. And also,
Right.
if you did a shed roof and then on the north elevation coming out if you're coming out that door on the west elevation, we could do something similar so they match.
Yeah.
Dress that up too. So both of them, you're looking back there, they both match. If you do it like a shed roof and
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if you
do a
did
metal
introduce a little copper or, standing seam on the roof.
Yeah, because they want to do copper gutters.
Okay,
Yeah, copper
Awesome.
would be great.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
So
so
I'm sure
do,
they would just,
do,
Are these I'm
you
sorry.
could do copper at the bay and then at those two door entries, a little shed with standing seam. I think that looked great.
Are these people willing to adopt me? That's what I'm. No, I like that idea.
I would say it would be either copper, like standing seam roof, or it could be like a bronze metal to match the window.
Right.
Bronze, just to, again, bring that brown to that
Yeah.
side.
Something dark.
And then, what color is the dormer going to be that's being that new dormer up in the attic?
to be decided. They haven't determined that, haven't picked that color out yet.
That should probably, I'm guessing that'd all be brown and just kind of blend in with the trim.
Yes, it should, I would think.
And then it looks like your roof, your shingles are just going to match the existing. You're not re-roofing the entire house, are you?
New roof
No.
on, right? Didn't they just do the roof? Did you guys put the roof on, or did the previous owner do that?
Previous owner.
Okay.
Okay. So you're just going to tie it in and match that existing. That's fine.
Gray color. On the front second floor windows, just take a look at the window pane pattern. I wonder if you've got like 6 lights high in those windows. I wonder if it'll be better if there was 5 lights high, so that the window panes look a little bit more rectangular, more like the
yeah.
ones. They almost look like they're the same height of a window.
Richard, could you hold up your picture? Yeah, they need to be a little bit, you're right. They need to be more rectangular, narrower and taller.
Everywhere else on the house, they're all a little bit more rectangular, vertical looking. So I just feel like maybe just take a look, and if it looks weird, out of whack, maybe this isn't bad. I just feel like they should be more rectangular.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm saying? Just so kind of remove one. Just
yeah, so we'll see if they can do that. I'm sure they could.
Yeah, just respace so it's 5 high, not 6 high. The same size window, just different proportion to the window panes.
Could you look at that picture of the existing? Because
Well,
the bottom one would be the same height. Are there 5 panes in the bottom one?
Yeah.
there's 5 in the bottom. So the first floor looks correct to me. It's the second floor where we're getting rid of those panels underneath the window, and the window gets taller.
I would think if the bottom windows right now from Pella have 5, I would think the uppers, because they'd be the same height, there would
Yeah.
be 5.
Hmm.
I think the architect just drew it in like that. Not knowing.
Right.
Yeah. But I know Pella could do whatever window pane pattern you give them. They'll just match the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any other comments, you guys? So
I guess my only other comment would be that, especially with the casements on the front, it just seems how they
operate
seems odd.
Yeah, they kind of they almost go opposite directions than what you'd want them to go. Like
Yeah,
they go towards each other, I think, instead of
right.
each other.
I mean, the single windows are fine, but like south elevation, lower level, let's just say, they
Yeah.
should be opening out,
Into each other.
right. And, maybe where there's 3, maybe the window in the middle is fixed versus operable or
Right.
something like that. The direction of this, where the hinge versus the strike side looks odd, let's just say.
Yeah,
Yes,
I totally
exactly.
agree with that. Like I would make those dining room windows face into each other, like French doors, so they open like that.
Yes,
Sure.
For the
exactly.
living room, I'd make that center piece fixed instead of having 3 cranks on the inside.
Mm-hmm. And you said you
I
don't.
feel like the windows upstairs should kind of open into each other too, be flipped.
Mhm.
Yeah, like on the
Weird.
east elevation. Yes, exactly.
You open
I'll
the
make
win-
sure that happens.
You know, because if they open their windows, it'll look weird if the windows are opening like towards the corners, I guess.
They would. I never even noticed that till you guys pointed out, and I agree 100%.
And then has the color palette been finalized? It doesn't seem like the answer is yes. Is that a true statement?
Well, the
True.
roof's already existing. The brick is going to match.
Right.
The windows go to bronze, and all the brown. If all the trim becomes bronze, I think it's matching that Pella, whatever the Pella color is, right?
And then, okay, and then the trim was,
Inspiration photo showed.
okay.
And then I just think the dormer becomes brown too.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, so where does this leave us? We go, it sounds like we're okay with what we're doing here then, right?
Were you putting conditions on this? I couldn't tell with, or if they were just suggestions.
I would say
We're kind of getting ready to formalize this. so yeah.
Okay, I was make sure I didn't miss it because I don't speak your language. So, okay,
Stand by for a motion.
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
so. I think so. I guess we're
I think we're ready, aren't we?
ready. So are we motioning to approve with the following conditions?
I have one question. One more question. What's going on with the garage?
Good question.
Thank you.
That is a great question.
The garage is sided. It's like a cream colored vinyl siding, isn't it?
They would like to take that siding off, and whatever we do with the dormer, they'd like to match, but they want to do like a brownish color, and
Sure.
there is some water issues coming in that garage. And as long as I have you guys, like on the like to the neighbor's house, it's right up against the fence. How would you typically address that? Just ask the neighbor to go on their property?
What? Say that again? What?
Or in the
What are we
garage, if you're
doing?
looking at the house to the left side of the garage, there's a
Yeah.
fence that is like right next to the garage.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And water is seeping into the garage there.
Mhm.
So we need some drainage there. So what do we just talk to the city, get a permit and ask the neighbors, we can go on their property and do that?
I think I know the neighbors next door. They're an older couple. They're really nice. They do have like a nice garden back there. I think they would let you onto their property as long as you guys didn't, damage their garden that's back there.
If they have a nice garden, maybe they could provide a what's the word I'm looking for? A rainwater barrel. Drain your stuff into a barrel and they can use it for watering. Because I'm about to do that with my neighbors. Anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like, in this neighborhood, because the houses are so close together, everyone just kind of lets each other on the property because you have to maintain the houses. And most of these houses are only 3 feet off the property line. So it's like you have to go to your neighbor's house to paint your house or clean the gutters or whatever.
Mhm.
Everyone wants, nicely maintained homes. So there usually isn't any issue. I haven't heard of any issues. Rachel, I don't know from the building department standpoint if anyone's had any problems.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't work in the building department, so I don't know. Keela? Keela would have to answer that.
Okay.
The general consensus is yes, they would let you most likely go on their property. So these people are really friendly and nice.
The other comment there is I think drainage issues in backyards is more common than not
Yeah,
around here.
right.
When it rains, I get a little lake going next in my neighbor's yard. So
Yeah, I get all the runoff from my neighbors behind me.
Yeah.
And they have to come onto our yard to paint their garage because there's fences and everything. And of course, I would let my neighbors, I don't care if they come in our yard. But
Okay.
I agree with the direction of, re-siding the garage into like a dark brown,
Yeah, right. And I guess that's something that we might have to readdress, but that's another meeting probably. Okay, you guys want to try to formalize things, memorialize things, so Rachel can.
I was going to make a
Right,
motion
this.
to approve as presented with the following conditions. One is to get some sort of shed roof over those French doors in the back.
I'm sorry, you broke up for a second. One is to what?
Was to add a shed roof over the French doors and side lights on the north elevation with brackets.
Okay, hold on. Add over French doors and what? And side lights?
Side lights, there's side lights there too, so I think it should go across the whole thing. With brackets at the ends of it. And it could, optionally, it could be copper roof, it could be a metal standing seam roof, or it could just be shingles to match the house. One of those
Okay.
options, depending on budget. What else was there? Did you have any, do we want to address that window on the side? The west side, the one.
Oh,
Yeah, I like the idea of the kind of the spandrel approach.
I do too. The approach to put a window in that existing opening, but black it out on the backside.
So that's on the west elevation, Rachel.
Okay, so put a window where?
In the existing opening on the west elevation, understanding that it's, a spandrel condition.
West elevation.
I think
With
Scott, you're the-
spandrel elevation, I'm sorry, I don't know what any of these things mean, so you have to forgive. Okay,
It's
so
fine, you can
put
just-
a window
you're
in
doing
exist-
fine.
put a window in an existing window on the west
Elevation,
elevation, okay.
with the understanding that the window itself is blanked off, blanked, blanked off. Then guys, if we want to change it to spandrel condition, we can do that.
Do you want to make a comment about,
The brick.
well, you can see the brick and also the cornice, removing the cornice and replacing that so it matches?
Yeah, all removed cornices to be replaced. And the new cornices on the addition should match. It's all the same proportions. So
Okay, how do you spell cornice? I don't even know what that is.
so cornice is
CORNICE.
Okay, and what is the cornice supposed to do?
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm so sorry, I just don't know
No,
what any of this means.
you're fine. We're laughing with you.
What am I supposed to write down here for this condition?
Existing cornice is supposed to be replaced.
Okay,
And the new cornice on the new addition should match the replaced cornice. So all of the cornices are consistent.
okay.
Let's memorialize the casement windows in direction of swings somehow.
Second floor casement windows should have 5 window panes tall, not 6
On the south elevation.
on south. elevation.
Okay.
And then I'll say one more thing, verify the direction of the hinge side of the casement windows. That's just a note, Scott, I think you understand what we mean by that.
Yes. Just gonna fill it in on the print, just,
Yeah.
you can see that.
Right, yeah, exactly,
That's how I'm gonna have the architect do it, just like that.
right.
And actually too, on the east elevation, at the sunroom, the new sunroom windows, right now, the two windows are, tight together. You might want to have a mullion a thickened jamb between those windows. So it's kind of similar to the French doors on the back and the front windows where there's that 3-4 inch trim board in between, right?
Yeah.
That's the one kind of odd bird in the batch there.
Do you want to make a comment about the brick, Mike? Any thoughts on matching the brick or?
No, if he says it's inset and it dies at an inside corner,
Be
it
okay?
is what it is. I think, like I said, I think it'll be interesting.
Well, I think again,
It is what it is.
luckily there's a downspout on that one side, so like that downspout could be adjusted to,
Right.
to
Right.
maybe distract from the brick touching each other so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a couple inches,
Okay.
Okay.
because when we tore that off, that's where the line was up there, if you guys can see that.
Yeah, I could see it.
So I think it's like 3 or 4 inches.
That'd be good if there is a little break there in that wall.
So let me ask you, so will the entire sunroom because right now there's like existing brick and the new brick being shown on top. Are those on the north and the east, even on the west side, basically from the sunroom out? Is that going to be entirely new brick,
Yes,
even on the lower level?
yes, except
Okay,
for where
okay.
if you're looking at the west elevation around the doorway, going into the back of the house.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then to the left of the door, and that little indent, we'll tear that off too.
Okay.
So it all looks new.
I was gonna say, that'll help. If everything dies at kind of like an inside corner and you don't have existing brick low, new brick high, and it all kind of blends together, you should be fine. Okay. I think that's it.
I think that's all the comments I had.
Yeah, I think so too.
Did you cover the comment about the mutton spacing, Mike?
Yeah, I did 5 window panes high instead of 6 for the second floor. Yeah, we got that.
Now, what you just talked about, was that a condition or was that just you guys just talking?
Those are conditions, yeah,
It is a condition?
yeah,
Oh,
all of them.
I just thought you guys were chatting and giving suggestions. And what was that? What was that condition? The last one I have is the direction of the hinges on the side of the casement windows.
Casement windows. Okay. Do you have on the east elevation, the double windows on the first floor should have a thickened vertical jamb between the windows? Okay.
We'll review the notes too, Rachel.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Good.
it's just easier if yeah.
You'll get it close. You'll get
Okay,
it.
got it.
We'll
Okay.
comment.
Yeah.
We have notes too.
Yeah.
I can write the notes too.
And I think that's it. Okay.
Some of our, before we do that in stone, the new quote, they're showing 4 mullions in those windows.
Upstairs.
Yes. Whoops, that was downstairs. Downstairs and upstairs. Give me 1 second.
Again, the idea is to just get them like consistent looking proportion. I
Does
know
it
they might
ma-
have exactly the same size,
Okay.
Yeah.
the window panes.
They all have 4.
Yeah, so if they're all
So
4.
as long
that'd
as
be-
they're all matching, that's the issue.
As long as the proportion is all more vertical rectangle.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like with the casements that the quote we have, they're 4 from their proposal.
I'll second.
Made the first? Made the motion?
I made the
Mike
motion.
Cato.
Initial motion.
Okay.
Do we want to see updated drawings at all, guys, or no? Is there a need to see updated drawings?
I
I don't think so.
don't think so, yeah.
Okay, just asking.
I walk by here every day, so I'll keep an eye on it.
Nice. Okay.
Just kidding.
No, you're not kidding. let me know when the windows make it to the curb, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll leave it. Windows are always the funny thing. I work for a construction company, and so many times the windows come off the truck and they're like the window spacing isn't right, and all of a sudden the guys are taking them and installing them. I'm like, wait, it's not the right window.
Okay.
So, all right, thank
All
you.
right.
So you're approved, Scott. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, nice
No,
project.
thank you, everybody.
Just to give you a heads up, I did not set up the Zoom. Someone in building did, and I'm seeing that it's scheduled from 8 to 9:30. So I can't extend it now. So if we do get out, refresh the link, I believe.
We could.
We'll be quick. We'll just be quick on that.
We'll be
Okay.
quick on the next one. All right.
I don't know about
Thanks,
that.
Scott.
All right.
So the next item is 4499 Groveland, and it looks like you're tearing down one house and they're building two
Yeesh.
new houses.
Ooh.
Because I got two sets of plans here, right? Isn't that?
That is correct.
It's being
Yes.
split into two lots.
Yikes. All right. So which
Can-
one are we looking at?
Can you hear me?
first?
We
Yeah.
can hear you. So you're basically, are these custom homes or are these speculative homes? Are they custom built for somebody or?
Yes, I can answer that question, of course. They are at this point, they're spec homes. We have a very strong interest. We're talking to 4 people regarding purchasing it. We do believe that's very realistic based on our experience. We just finished one on Washington Road. People actually taking possession tomorrow. And it's pretty much similar to it, just a little bit more higher end since there's demand for it, according to our conversations with potential customers and customers.
Boy, it's gonna be a far cry from what's there now, isn't it? How tall are these things?
Those I believe gonna be 33 feet tall.
Kind of tall for that neighborhood. And these are side by side, right? Is that what you said?
They're right
Yes.
next to each other, yeah.
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 Yes, they are. So we
What?
really can
Oh,
use
yeah,
your,
I saw that someplace.
yeah, we can really can use your suggestion as far as how we approach the colors on it. And we did try to make it a little bit more different. The front elevations, there are similar houses as far as layout. However, there's few different ways we can go from here. So we really can use your suggestions on it.
Do we have color palettes of what you were
Yes.
looking to do? Ah, here
Yes.
it is.
I have it. Yeah, we have it.
Oh, here it is. This
I
was-
can go over it with you.
Guys, how do you want? Do you want to do this like one house at a time, or how should we?
I think we should start with one, but if you don't mind, I would like to keep referring to the second one just to point out the difference, but also similarities at the same time.
They're essentially the same house with just slight variation to the front, right?
Right. That was the idea too. So when you're driving by, you're seeing that it's new, it's built, it's similar, but the difference not repeating itself, and the colors should be different in our opinion, and should look good.
Right.
And it should be consistent with the other houses on the street as far as the size, because the newer lots are going to be exactly same as the other lots on a house. Just existing lot is, I guess before it was the house was facing the other way, not the Groveland. That's
Right.
why the lot is that odd shape. So right now, after we will go through with split, it will be exactly the same as the rest of the houses on the street as far as width of the lot. And houses will look proportional.
One of the big, yeah, one of the big differences obviously is the garage is, part of the house, and underneath, if the garage door is right in front versus having a separate garage in the back. So do the neighbors on either side have a garage in the back?
I believe so. Yes, I think we included the pictures of the houses on both sides.
Yeah, we have pictures. This is one of the houses. And then on the left side,
Oh,
these two. it's
yeah,
this-
yeah.
So they're like the houses that are there, the old school, sort of boxes with the detached garage behind them.
But is there a precedent, Mike, for this type of garage setup?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure what the rest of the street looks like. I think most of the houses in the street look more like this with detached.
Yeah,
garages.
right.
I don't know if there's any rule. I mean, because you just go one street over, and most of the houses have garages, on the front or courtyard style. So this part of the city is kind of, there isn't real any consistency. I don't think.
Yeah.
One street's different from another street.
Mhm.
It just depends on the era they were built in. Again, going down Groveland, again, most of them are this style.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's been any tear downs. I should have drove through here before we had this meeting just to see,
Yeah.
If there have been other tear downs on that street with new houses built with garages in the front. I'm not sure. I don't recall.
So we're probably not going to be done in 5 minutes, Rachel. So what do we need to do?
Oh, good point. Yeah.
I don't know. I cannot change this in the middle of it. So I don't know if it extends automatically or if we just have to refresh I might be able to refresh the link.
Okay, so if we get kicked out at 9:30, we'll just give it a minute and try to click back on the link.
Yeah, and if not, then I will just create a new link and send it to you.
Okay,
Okay.
that'll be the plan.
They might keep us on, just, I don't know how it works.
Okay. So,
Mike, I was just going to say, I think, the color photo, if you just do this kind of thing, you can see what's going on with it's the same house. It's just,
right.
Right.
they just kind of tweak it and, different palette, different window layout on the front.
So let's look at the color palette. What are you looking at doing here?
Okay, so on lot A, which would be the,
Which one's A? On
Yeah.
this? Is this A?
yes, this is A, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. This
Here,
is
I'm
A.
gonna label that. This is A. A.
The other
So
one would be
we introducing a little bit of beige brownish color pattern. The windows will be Pella. We would like to stay with white, and the standing seam roof, as you see, there are like 3 elements of it on the front that we would like to do kind of in a bronze, dark bronze color to bring some of that brownish, and that board and batten. There is a color called Montana Suit. I can show you. I have all samples here. That's in the brownish with a hint of gray in it. And then when we switch to shake, that would be Discovery by Mastic, shake imitation. Siding, we would like to have that in the pebble stone clay, which again, brownish hint in it, but it does have some leniency to the gray palette, which I keep referring to gray because the house next door we're planning to do in like more gray and black pattern. So kind of to tie it together. And the stone would be Chardonnay limestone by Boral. So that's basically the idea, kind of to have those two houses different, one leaning towards beige and brown, and the other one maybe a little bit more towards gray and black, and but still have some things that would kind of tie them together. Not necessary, but like I mentioned before, we can go several different ways about it. We can try to match them more or go totally different direction. Depends what, I mean, we can really use your suggestion on that.
So both houses have the same stone then, or both houses? the Chardonnay?
No. The other stone, so other house would have, it's called Wolf Creek Country Ledge stone, which has quite a bit of gray in it, but still has brown. I got it right here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but that's
Not really.
Yeah, that's our limitation right here with this color selections. But as we did previously use it, it looks very well with pretty much gray and brown as well. So that was our idea, our architect idea, and this render is made by our decorator, and that's basically their suggestions that we agree with. But we're very receptive to your comments.
So one thought I had, guys, was the on elevation A, the front elevation A, is limit the shake to just the gable.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say the
gable
same
top,
thing.
so the part that's, you know, part of the second floor where the 3 windows are and the 1 window would be the.
This would be shake,
Exactly.
but not have it here, so to speak,
Okay.
or get rid of it here.
Well,
Yeah.
I was thinking, Mike, is that you would come across, you know, introduce a line here and then just do shake here, here, and here, and then do vertical siding along here.
Okay.
But I'm open to what are you thinking?
I was thinking, I didn't mind the shake all through here.
Okay,
I didn't like it on this little piece here,
okay,
but I think that I like the idea of the line through here.
okay.
Maybe just keeping the shake at the top of this gable and letting this be the vertical siding through here.
Yeah.
That was
I'm good
my
with that.
thought. I guess we're
I'm
Okay.
good with that. I think it just
Okay.
needs a little bit more definition, mainly that horizontal band on the second step back gable.
Okay, we want to follow the freeze board from the
Yeah,
section over
right.
garage. You can carry it throughout. Is that correct?
right. Yeah.
Okay,
The
and then
garage is correct. We do this board through, would drag that freeze board through here. I think this should be vertical siding through here.
okay.
I think this could be the shake. And I'd make this the vertical siding, because if you look at the CAD blueprint, this is actually smaller. And some of those shingles get really big, and you only get like 4 of them in there, and they're like cutting them off.
Okay, I got it. And the part over garage, what do we want for siding? We're gonna leave shake, or we want to use?
I don't mind having the shake through this whole piece here. I don't mind that being like all just reading as one material.
Perfect. I
What
got it.
about lights in the garage, since it's right on the front, putting like,
Oh, vision.
Carriage lights.
well, not only carriage lights, but I'm thinking actually glass in the top panel.
Glass in the
That's a good
garage
point.
door itself.
On the top panel,
Yeah,
we can do that. That's no
Yeah, I would
problem.
I think that's a must on this house, to have some sort of like glass panel in the garage.
Okay. You talking about both or just this one?
Both houses will need that. And I think the garage door should be a different style, like pick out 2 different styles so the garage doors don't match each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different stuff. So what one, let's say, would be regular panels, and the other like range panels, which is a lot wider and something like that.
Yeah, I don't mind if the style of door is different. A
Okay.
wider panel
or maybe on A, you're kind of indicating a curved top, you know, above a curved header above that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe what happens on B is that curve, because there's no curve on that elevation. Maybe that curve goes away on B.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree with
100%.
that too.
Actually, was looking at that before, like that, no arches on elevation. B
Right,
at
no
all.
arch on that one. And maybe
Yeah.
that with the lights would be enough of a difference.
I got it. I'm making my notes as we go, if you don't mind. Okay.
33, we haven't been kicked off yet. Maybe.
Yeah, I
Zoom
know. We're
letting
doing
us
okay.
fly through. I know that's happened to me before, where Zoom doesn't cut me out. It just lets me keep going.
I think if you have a premium account, from what I'm Googling, maybe it does just continue.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as the cultured stone is concerned, right now you're showing the cultured stone below the vertical siding, wrapping along the right side and the left side, you know, below the horizontal siding. I'm just thinking that you stop the cultured stone kind of at the edge of the front stoop, okay?
Okay.
And then maybe wrap it on the right side, kick back that 2 feet.
Well, we always do that. We never stop it flat at the corner. We always go back behind.
Yeah.
Well, your drawing doesn't show it that way, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, you mean like right here, Mike? Bring the
Yes.
stone
Yep.
back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
agreed.
Yep. Yeah. So bring the stone back and stop it at that 2 foot, and then stop it at the
Got it.
inside corner where the stoop is. And then
Got
you could get rid of it on the left and the right side, the foundation brick there. So.
Okay, got it.
All right. Another question. Glass block. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised you put in glass block. Not that I don't care. That in the basement and not seeing a with egress window, because that's coming. Let's just say. Yeah, that's kind of. I'm concerned about the height of this roof, especially for this neighborhood. But I don't know a better. I don't have a better idea. Unfortunately. It just seems like the scale of this for this neighborhood is just
Yeah.
grander, let's just say. Again, and like I said, I'm concerned about the color palette, not actually seeing it. I understand what you're saying. It's kind of a muted, natural taupes, grays, yada, yada, yada. But I would rather see, if there's a way to say, okay, here's a picture of the paint colors,
We can provide actual samples of everything if
Why
you.
don't we send us like a picture of A and B? It could be like just a photograph.
Yeah.
Pulled off the internet images. Like this is the stone, this is the siding, this is the roof.
We have actual samples of everything in our room.
Or you can put it together, take a snapshot of it and send
Yes,
it.
I can absolutely do that. We can do
Yeah,
it.
I feel better about that. That way we can see the stone, the paint color, the whatever, the roof,
Sure.
vertical siding, horizontal siding, shingle siding. So,
Right.
right?
Yeah, because on elevation B, I mean, it looks like you're using a darker, is the window a dark window in B?
We were thinking doing Pella in, they have 2 choices on darker window, either black or they call it iron ore, which is kind of dark gray.
Okay.
We will use one of those. I am more leaning towards the ore, iron ore, because there's no real black around. It looks like black, but when you actually bring actual black to it, it does look more like gray.
Yeah.
Gray.
So if you can make a sense, when you do the picture, if you could put the window color on there too.
Okay, I absolutely can do that. Yes, I have all
Yeah.
the samples. Everything.
Yeah, I agree, because for elevation B, I think my only comments, well, kind of similar comments about the cultured stones. Let's stop it at the patio, or the front stoop, I should say. Remove it from the right and left side. And then I'm trying to figure out where.
I'm not sure I follow. I think the porch carries throughout that side.
Yeah, it does, but I guess what I'm saying is when it meets the house, you could stop it there, so your foundation on the left and right side is just whatever you guys do for a base, and not having the cultured stone there. And then on the
Okay.
I'm not sure where the garage is. The garage on the right side or the left side?
Yes, garage is on the right side of the building facing the house.
The right side. There, I don't know what to do. I don't know how you stop the stone on that one unless you carry it all the way up, which I don't want to do.
We will just turn the corner, go about 2 feet on the
Yeah,
other
you
side.
might have to, but then you'll have to bring that trim board over the top of it.
We'll probably consider doing same with the cedar. Go just to match the stone. I mean, cedar's shake looking. So,
And I think the only other comment, and you tell me, the bay window above the garage, the the peak seems too high. I think the gutter board should align with the gutter board of the side of the walls. You know, just bring it down a foot or so. I think. What do you guys think? You know, so there's less above the window to the peak.
Yeah.
There's just a little bit less. You know what I mean?
Siding right now, it's like too tall looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting
That
at.
gable should drop down a little bit.
I think it was the architect intention to do it like that, because if you look at the A front elevation, he almost doing the same thing with the window there, carrying it up higher, but ending it up with the kind of oval shape of the roof. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if we were to lower this one, maybe we should consider lowering the other one. I mean,
Well, the other one is lowered, right? The other one kind of matches the.
Well,
You know,
on
the eyebrow of
lower.
that just matches the whatchamacallit, the gutter board, does it not?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I see what I mean, I think
You know
you're
what I mean?
not necessarily saying, Mike, to bring it down to match the gutter board, but bring it down like 6 inches or something, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. It needs to come down to a skosh here. So yes.
okay.
I
Got it.
think that the right side elevations need like another window or two. I feel like they're a little too blank. Because it's such a long, flat wall. I think you need at
Right.
least one more window on that facade somewhere, one or two.
What's going on in those rooms?
Or the garage.
I don't know.
It's going to
The-
be a
the
little bit.
left-
Oh yeah. There's
The
one in the
left
garage
side-
and the kitchen.
The left side elevation has 3 windows on these houses, but it's not as long. And the right side only has 2 windows and it's much longer. That facade's more flat. So I just think we need 1 or 2 more windows on the right side somewhere.
Okay, we have to. Okay, I'll make a note. We have to look at
It could be in the
interior.
garage, it could be in the suite, the bedroom upstairs.
Okay, got it.
Because I think when you pull onto the street, you're gonna see that right side elevation. You're gonna see the blank wall, and this is pretty close to Green Road. So you're gonna see like these 2 blank walls as soon as you pull on the Groveland.
What do you guys think about on the B elevation, swapping the shakes for the siding? Like putting the shakes up in the gable end and the siding down here? I don't know. Or do you like it the way it is?
I don't mind it the way it is.
Okay.
Oh, if that's the case, does that need to wrap? Oh, that's what you do. Yeah, I think I would leave the shake there because you have to wrap the stone like 2 feet. I would wrap that shake 2
Yes.
feet around the side as well, right? And straight
Yes.
the line.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes.
Now I understand.
So can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So on the front, we're showing kind of stone going all the way down to the grade, right? Do we need to do stone to grade all the way around the house? Or because you kind of mentioned something about to grade situation, so I want to clarify that so we don't.
I don't think you need it. Like I said, I don't think you need the stone to go to grade on the left and the right sides of the house.
Okay, so we just go
I mean,
about 2 feet on the both sides and terminate it with the flashing and keep going with siding to it. And okay,
We can't have exposed concrete block found. What kind of
that's a good question.
is
It
it?
is
Block or poured in place foundation?
it's going to be poured foundation, correct?
Poured in place, so to be concrete.
Yes.
Is that okay or no?
I don't know if there's a code here in University Heights about.
We believe there is not.
Usually it has a brick to grade here. I'm not sure what has happened on some of these other newer builds, if they've got brick around the base or not.
We do not believe so. But I mean, whatever you recommend, we'll take it to advice. I mean, we can do it definitely if you think it's necessary or it's needed. We can do that.
I mean, like I said, to me, I would, where the horizontal siding is, I would just leave it the concrete exposed.
Yeah.
If you want to, and if you want to paint it, but I don't think it's worth
I
it.
don't mind exposed concrete either. I mean, I have
Yeah,
I have exposed concrete on my house and it just kind of like disappears. I know.
yeah, I agree.
Got it.
With our
Got
company,
it. But
usually
we do want to make sure we wrap around the corners with a stone. We don't just terminate it right at the corners.
Yeah, to your point, I don't think there's a need to, because what is that, maybe 8 inches or so? I don't think there's a need to wrap the cultured stone, because that you still have to hold that up above the, finished grade just a bit anyway. So.
Is your poured in place, are your forms smooth or are they like the brick pattern forms?
They're brick pattern.
The
Yes.
brick pattern. So essentially we'll see a brick pattern concrete band through there, correct?
Yes, correct. And we're probably talking about 8 inches to be visible after.
Yeah,
between
I think
side.
that's fine.
I think it is too. I agree.
I think that's fine.
Got it.
Okay.
So Mike, what I was thinking is if the elevations were revised to reflect these changes in terms of materials, and then that together with a picture of the color palette is submitted digitally to us,
Yeah.
we can approve it,
Through an
without
email.
waiting until the next meeting.
Right. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we have any objections to the house. If they get revised per the comments, we should be fine. And we see the final color palettes. I think we could do that administratively, if you want to call
Yeah,
it that.
I agree. I agree. I do want to add a couple windows to the side. So just
Oh, yeah.
how to do that besides these other comments that we had.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Got it. Okay.
I guess the big overall question I have, I'm going to drive down this street too. Is this going to start a pattern on that street where people are going to start tearing down houses and doing something more like this? Like what are the implications of that if that starts to happen, I guess?
We're getting quite a few inquiries about the area.
Mm-hmm.
People calling us. I'm not really sure how they find us because we not very actively we advertise, but not very actively. I guess it's word of mouth. We built quite a few in Beechwood in the last 3-4 years. We built close to 30 houses over there, same way, demolition and new construction. And we just finished one in University Heights on Washington Road, and people are very receptive, and they have some special requests as far as the layout and everything, and they want new homes, and price range is somewhat surprising even to us.
What's the price? What are you guys going to be asking for these two houses? Are they going to be the same price? Because they're basically the same house.
That would be probably the same house between two of them. If I would have to guess, it probably would be mid 500s.
Mid 500s, and that includes the land too.
Yes, and again, that based on job that we just finished, because that house was a little bit smaller, and we put quite a few more things into this designs that we're looking at right now, and that house was purchased for 520.
520, 520.
Yes, 520,000.
Okay.
Lighting, carriage. Are you doing any carriage lighting on the, outside the front door, flanking the garage doors? Anything?
Well, we usually put 2 lights on both sides of overhead doors, and over the front door, we usually put recessed light into the ceiling of the porch.
In the ceiling canopy. And then on the rear elevation, there's a single door kind of floating there.
Every door has to have a light. I think it's by electrical code as well.
Yes.
Yeah, but I was going to go with the So off that, there's no deck yet or patio or anything. What do you guys provide there?
What we usually would like to do once we have a customer, we talk to customer about their preferences, about their budget, and at that point we make a decision. Options are just from regular concrete patio to stamped concrete patio to pavers to deck, regular deck to composite deck. So we give them quite a few options, and then based on what they choose, we kind of get separate permit, and if we have to, we go for your approval separately for that.
That's kind of where this was going. So, okay, right now there's quote unquote to be determined off the back, right? Deck,
Correct.
patio, steps, whatever, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. All right, dudes.
Ooh. So we want to make a motion to approve House A and B with conditions.
And I think before you do, I just have a question. Do you want to do them House A with comments, or do you want to do A and B? Because I think there's similar comments.
There's similar comments.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
Well, wait a minute. Let's just say, let me think about it for a second.
Yeah.
I guess here's what I would say. I'd say a motion to approve both houses. Both houses need more windows on the right side elevation. I would say that it's going to be too hard to describe all this stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I'm saying.
House A, I marked up our notes for House A.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
I'm just wondering, would it be easier to just say approve pending
Yeah.
resubmittal, and we'll just
Right,
look?
yeah, go
we'll
with
just look at-
that. Let's not list everything. I think it was a long conversation. I think you understand what we're doing. I actually have notes of everything. So
Okay.
I would say just approve pending resubmission of drawings as well as exterior colors and materials for administrative approval.
Got it. And we can do it fairly quickly. Probably
Okay.
1-2 days we can achieve that.
And then if we look at those elevations and still have a couple comments, we can
You
just
can
mark
still
those
make a
up.
comment or two, yes.
Yeah, and then send it back to them.
Yeah, because there's a lot of just, I don't even want to put this in writing because it's just
Right, right.
will drive Rachel nuts.
Thank you.
I can
It'll
see
probably
your
drive
face.
you guys nuts with me asking, okay, how do you spell that?
Okay, I know you're usually not our person, so it takes, we get it, we understand. And we appreciate you filling in too.
No problem.
So I guess with that, we'll wait for that resubmission. So we'll approve. I guess I made the motion. Someone could second it.
I'll second.
Okay. And I think that's it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Those houses are 5-bedroom houses, 550.
Yeah.
It's a big house. There's a lot of square footage there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty compact though, at the same time. When you look at it in the site plan, it doesn't take up that much room on the site. I mean, they didn't even go all the way back to the setback, the rear setback.
Right. You're right. It sets an interesting precedent for that neighborhood.
I think it's going to set a precedent for that neighborhood. Yeah. So, okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us today and putting up with our comments.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
We look forward to the revisions.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mike and Richard, let's stay on just for a minute after this kind of goes. Everybody's off here.
Okay, so let's make a motion to end the meeting.
I'll make a motion to end the meeting.
I'll second.
Richard seconded.
Okay. There's a Scott Sullivan on. Who is that? Is that
He was the Tyndall Road person. He's still on, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess the only thing I wanted to ask about is, Richard, you send out the, this is funny because Richard's here, Mike's over there. Richard sent out that picture of the fence and